Judson.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. You know, we've been on a journey.
Yes.
Think about it, the cloud transformation, the digital transformation, and now the AI transformation. What do you think about this journey?
This last decade has been sometimes I think one that has sort of gone by in a flash, and in other ways the cloud transformation journey that the entire industry has been on has been fascinating to watch. The speed of adoption of technology, the value that's come from cloud scale economics, and the technology flywheel that's come as a result of it has been very powerful. And the partnership we've had with Amadeus has just been fantastic throughout, because if you think about it, we've been on a cloud journey together in helping to move all of the technology assets at Amadeus to the cloud, but it's really been about those outcomes. You know, how do we serve our mutual customers more effectively? How do we innovate together? And I think AI is going to bring the next chapter of growth for our two companies.
Let's talk about generative AI. At Amadeus, we were early adopters of generative AI, your solutions.
Yes.
In fact, we were among the first to deploy Copilot as part of Office 365.
Thank you for that, yeah.
And we've got something like 6,000 users.
That's great.
Today.
There are really three dimensions of value that I think everybody should get out of it. The first is at that personal level, like I described earlier. You should never have to create a first draft of anything ever again. There's this notion of managerial productivity that comes with the Copilot solutions when you implement them across an organization. And then finally, the idea of inclusive collaboration. This third dimension is a real unlock.
There is another area that gets me very excited. It's the co-innovation that our teams are driving together.
Yes.
I'm curious to have your perspective. What are the projects in there that get you excited?
Yes. So first of all, I'm really excited about the work that we're doing around airport operations. It's the perfect use case for generative AI. I can bring this common thread of orchestration across all of those different roles in the name of serving the customer, all using natural language. So that's one I love. The other one is Microsoft is a customer of Amadeus. I like to think of us as customer zero of some of our own co-innovation, because it makes us better at serving you, and I think it makes us both better at serving our mutual customers. But we use Citrix inside of Microsoft, as many companies do, to run the backbone of all corporate travel and travel planning for our employees.
Microsoft, Amadeus, we have this long-standing partnership. But what is it? What does make us well suited to work together?
I think at the end of the day, we push one another to become better innovation partners, but the spirit of always wanting to improve and always wanting to create the next is something that we both share. There's a joint passion for wanting to create the next solution that's going to empower our customers to be more successful. The second thing, though, that I think underpins that is an aligned set of values. In all of these cases, we're putting technology to work for good. We're putting AI to work for good, responsibly, respecting people's privacy and their data, but at the same time trying to leverage the data that they'll share with us to provide them with a better experience. And so fundamentally, those shared values really matter a lot. And then finally, I'll come back to the point I made a moment ago, which is you're the experts in your industry. No one's better than you. So the spirit of innovation, the alignment on culture and values, and frankly, this notion of two industry leaders that are masters in their own fields coming together to provide great solutions.
Great. Well, Judson, I have to say thank you.
Well, thank you for the partnership. We really, really appreciate it. And thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you, Judson.